Dale and Brenda, a couple clad in matching Hawaiian shirts, stepped onto the cobblestone streets of Ybor City. Their map might as well have been written in hieroglyphics.
"Excuse me, sir," Dale called out to a man in a guayabera, puffing on a cigar the size of a small baguette. "Can you direct us to, what was that place again, Brenda?"
The Don Vicente Historic Inn, Brenda shouted, squinting at their itinerary.
"Ah, the Don Vicente. You're looking at it all wrong. What you really want is a taste of history at my cousin's cigar shop, just 2 blocks that way. Tell him Tito sent you. He'll give you the good stuff."
Before Dale could clarify, a woman with bright pink hair and a vintage band tee zoomed by on a skateboard.
Don Vicente, head to the haunting of Pizza Bottom. Best ghost stories and gluten-free crust in town.
Brenda grabbed Dale's arm.
"Gluten-free? Maybe we should check it out."
As they wandered down the street, a booming voice erupted from a nearby bar with a rainbow flag.
Hey tourists, thirsty? We got 2-for-1 mojitos all night long.
Dale and Brenda exchanged a look. Maybe finding the hotel could wait. Ybor City was already shaping up to be quite the adventure. The haunting of Pizza Bottom was exactly as advertised, dimly lit, filled with vintage movie posters, and rumored to be haunted. A group of hipsters armed with EMF readers and oversized scarves huddled in the corner booth, whispering conspiratorially.
Guys, I swear I felt a cold spot by the anchovies, whispered a girl with cat-eye glasses.
Suddenly, a shadowy figure darted from behind the counter, grabbing a slice of pepperoni pizza before disappearing into the back. The hipsters gasped, EMF readers whirring. Was it the ghost of Pizza Past? Turns out, it was just Tony, the drag queen from the bar next door, sneaking a midnight snack.
Darn kids, he muttered, adjusting his wig. A queen can't even enjoy a slice in peace these days.
The hipsters, initially terrified, recognized Tony from his legendary lip-sync battles. Soon they were all gathered around sharing stories and pizza, proving that even ghosts and drag queens appreciate a good slice. At Ybor City Tattoo Emporium, a couple, Tiffany and Chad, were having a difference of opinion.
But, babe, a tramp stamp of a unicorn? Seriously? Chad groaned, pointing at the design Tiffany had chosen.
It's not a tramp stamp, it's lower back art, Tiffany retorted, hands on her hips. Their argument attracted the attention of the tattoo artist, a burly man with more ink than bare skin.
Look, folks, he said, I'm great with tattoos, not so much with relationship drama. Why don't you head over to Ybor City Brewing Company? A couple of pints always help settle disagreements.
Several beers later, the situation wasn't exactly resolved. Tiffany was now considering adding a rainbow to her unicorn, while Chad was attempting to convince the bartender to give him a discount on a matching My Little Pony tattoo.
Maybe the tattoo artist was right, slurred Chad. Beer doesn't solve everything.
Tiffany hiccuped.
But it does make unicorns with rainbows sound awesome.
Chaos reigned in the lobby of the Don Vicente Historic Inn. A wedding party, fresh from the reception and fueled by open bar enthusiasm, swarmed the check-in desk. The groom, still wearing his boutonniere at a jaunty angle, attempted to wrangle his groomsmen, who were engaged in an impromptu conga line. The bride, meanwhile, was trying to explain to the bewildered hotel clerk that they, in fact, had booked the entire honeymoon suite. "But ma'am," the clerk stammered, "that suite is currently occupied by, well, let's just say they're regulars." Turns out the regulars were a pair of elderly women who had been coming to the Don Vicente for their annual bingo tournament for the past 3 decades. They weren't about to give up their room without a fight. As the night wore on, the wedding party found themselves sharing the hotel's more unconventional accommodations. The best man bunking with the flower girl's pet hamster, the bridesmaids competing for bathroom time with the elderly bingo champions. It wasn't the honeymoon suite, but it was definitely an experience they wouldn't forget. The annual Ybor City Beer Off was in full swing, and tensions were higher than the foam on a freshly poured IPA. The two rival breweries, Hops and History and Brewed Awakenings, faced off, their respective teams armed with growlers, tasting glasses, and enough competitive spirit to fuel a small country. The competition involved blind taste tests, beer pong with oversized pretzels, and a rousing game of Name That Hop. The crowd, a mix of locals and tourists, cheered on their favorites, their enthusiasm fueled by unlimited samples and the infectious energy of the event.
This isn't just about beer, declared the head brewer of Hops and History, a man with a handlebar mustache that could hold a pint glass. It's about pride. It's about, hops.
His rival, a woman with a PhD in fermentation science and a wicked curveball, just laughed. Oh, please, Carl. We both know the real prize is bragging rights for the next year.
In the end, it was a tie. The crowd, sufficiently lubricated and entertained, declared it a draw. After all, in Ybor City, everyone wins when there's good beer involved.